Hey there, this is video F18. We are going to practice with the compound interest formula. So the previous ones told you what compound interest is. It's a setup so that you get interest not only on your principal, but interest on your interest. Sounds like I'm repeating myself there. And we looked at how do you change the time periods to reflect compounding and also how to change the I. And now we're going to forget about that for a couple of minutes and just what does the math look like. So here's our formula. A is equal to P bracket, now letter 1 plus I to the n. Now the n, remember, that is called an exponent. And if you remember what that means, so if you had, say, 7 to the 4th, that's going to be 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. Where this tells you how many times, and this tells you what to write. The nice thing is I'm going to show you the button on your calculator, as I'm looking at my calculator trying to figure out where the right button is, how to do that on the calculator so you don't have to write stuff out a whole bunch of times. Okay, so A is the amount at the end. You can call it future value, you can call it accrued value, or amount at the end. P is principal. Whoops. There's a typo. To fix that. Forgive me, I'm going to highlight that so I can go back and fix the originals. And I is the adjusted interest rate and adjusted time periods. So in these examples, it's just the numbers. Right, I've already done the adjusting for you. Okay, so heavy duty order of operations here. A is equal to 1291 plus 0.0. Okay, so A, bed mass, which is not a real thing, but it's the mnemonic or acronym, whatever you want, to remind you what you do first. And B is for brackets, which means we do this part in our brackets first. So 1290, 1.02 to the 24th. That's not true. And so it's going to be 1 plus whatever's there. So you can probably don't have to use a calculator. Now we're going to do, so this is number 1, number 2. We're going to do our exponent. So A is equal to 1290. Now we are going to go, we could go 1.02 times 1.02 times 24 times. We could, but we're not going to. There has got to be a better way, because I can guarantee you that if I try and do that on the calculator, I'm either going to type something wrong, forget where I am, or it's just going to get screwed up. So 1.02. And now, oh, okay, so on this calculator, it's got this little thing that, okay, it looks like a caret. No, it doesn't, but that's what it's called. It's called a caret. Kind of looks like a TP or a tent. And see, it makes that sign there. And then I type in 24. And that gives me the number I need. I wish I had another calculator, but if it's not a caret button like this, it's, okay, so you will sometimes have, it's either x, y to the x, or x to the y. All three of these are basically your exponent key. If you're not sure, backtrack here, go buy a calculator and use it throughout the whole course. Because if you're using your phone most of the time and then comes exam and you're not allowed to use it, then you get messed up. So go invest the 10 bucks or whatever to get yourself a decent calculator. Excuse me. 5 squared is 25. 5 times 5 is 25. So if I had a brand new calculator and I didn't know what button to press, I could do 5, and then I could do caret and 2, and I got 25, so I'm getting the right answer. If I instead tried 5, let's go that one, and 2, I don't know what that is, but that's not the right answer. So it's worth having one of those to check. Yep, I know what I'm doing. Okay, getting back to the question. And now I lost my answer. So 1.0, whoopsies, 1.02 caret exponent 24, 1.6, oopsies, 608. Now, I don't know if any other teacher does this, but this is Joanne being lazy. Okay, see those three dots? That's me saying, you know, there's a whole lot more stuff on my calculator there. I don't feel like writing it out, but I'm going to carry it forward. With finance, especially when the calculations get longer, if you don't carry at least 4 or 5 or 6 decimals, your answer at the very end is going to be different than mine. It's only going to be off by a few cents, but it's still going to be different. So just leave it on your calculator. Don't write it all down. If you want to write it all down, sure. I'm just too lazy. But this, when I write it like that, means, yeah, more stuff on there, just not writing it down. And then I'm going to multiply that by 1290 without clearing it off my calculator. Woo. All right, so we get 2,074.88. And again, because this is money, right? There's my decimal point, so 2 decimals. Okay, now your turn. Give it a shot. Turn off the video and try it yourself. So A is equal to 542, 1.035 to the 15. I'm just going to remind myself that on my calculator, that's a caret button. That's not a bad thing to do in your notes, is figure out which button it is on your calculator. Sometimes you even have to do like the second or the shift button to get there and use it. 2 times 1.035 caret or exponent 15, 1.675 dot dot dot. And then I just, without clearing, times 542. All right, so A. All right, so if we look here, there's my decimal, 0.03, but this 9 makes that go up by 1. So it becomes $908.04. And there we are. Okay, how about the last one down there? Now I wrote the steps to put the steps beside it, and I made that up before I actually started doing these worksheets. It's okay, it's not really as useful as possibly I thought it would be, but that's okay. All right, so step number 1, brackets. Oh, even better. Add numbers in brackets. So A is equal to 500, 1.00435. Watch that. Sometimes it's going to be like 0.2. Sometimes there's going to be more zeros in there, so you got to be careful. So 2 is your exponent. So for me, again, I'm going to remind myself it's that caret key. And you know what? Even better. Hold on. This is what I would do. 1.004 caret 35 equals. So if I come back in, I don't know, midterms or something, and even if I write the word exponent or put the caret key, you're like, huh, what did I do? Now I know exactly what my key punches were. So 1.004, and then my exponent button, 35. 1.1499. Dot, dot, dot. Now clear your calculator. And then 4 multiplied by your P. So take that, and then I go times 500. $574 point. All right, I got 97, but that's going to make it 98. Oh, I forgot to add one thing. Make sure when you're done that your answer, just like before, the accrued amount, the amount at the end, is bigger than the principal that you started with. So I had $1,290. I now got $2,000, $542, $908, $500, $574. And in fact, if you wanted to calculate the interest, for example, on this one, you made $74.98. Have a great day.